Hello everyone, I'm Kimberly Carter, Discovery on Wheels Coordinator at Discovery Children's Museum. Welcome to our workshop in collaboration with the Las Vegas Philharmonic Orchestra. Today, we will be learning about how we are able to hear sound, as well as creating a cool science experiment and projects all about sound waves. Our projects today are inspired by Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. A little bit of backstory about Beethoven's piece. He first began working on it in 1804. It took over 4 years to complete. Now, grappling with his own fate of pending hearing loss, he decided to channel that grappling fate into his piece by adding intense notes and successions. He describes it as the sound of fate knocking at the door. As we listen to the piece, it takes us using our ears in order to hear it. There's many parts of the ear that actually are involved with us hearing. Let's look at this model here of the ear to explore those parts. Sound travels through the air as sound waves from whatever sound source you're using, whether it's coming from something like a speaker, or if it's coming from the sound of one thing clashing with another, like when you clap your hands. These sound waves first travel into our outer ear, and then they move into our auditory canal here. Once they move through here, they begin to tap against our eardrum. That tapping actually creates a vibration in there. So once that vibration gets going, it causes these three little things up at the top here to vibrate as well. These three things are called ossicles. They're actually the smallest bones that you have in your entire body. From there, it begins to move into this here, which is called the cochlea. The cochlea is the part of our ear that changes these vibrations into electrical impulses for our brain to understand. Now, you guys can see there's an extra part of our ear model, which kind of look like canals that are in half circles. These semicircular canals actually have a lot to do with our balance. They're filled with fluid and they move around as our body moves around in position. Now that we know a little bit more about how our hearing works, let's go ahead and listen to Beethoven's Symphony once more, but this time we're going to experiment with visualizing this sound with an experiment using sand. Another way for us to visualize sound is by using this tool here called a Chladni plate. The Chladni plate is used along with a violin bow, and sand is placed along the top. As I move the bow over the side of the plate, it creates vibrations that move through the plate, and the sand begins to form patterns based on that movement. Now we'll begin our activity where we'll be making our very own model of a sound wave. In order to create this project, the only materials you'll need are some straws and some tape. Here's what our finished product will look like. Let's get into the steps on how to create this awesome project. Our very first step is you want to lay down a long piece of your tape, sticky side up. Now, if you would like, you can also use some tape to hold it down and keep it in place. Once your sticky tape is in place, you want to take your straws and place them along the tape about 1 to 2 inches away from each other. With this project, you can use as little as 10 straws up to 80 or 90 if you would like. Now that we have all of our straws in place, you're going to take your tape and fold it over to secure your straws in place. Use your fingers to press along the sides of the straws to make sure that they are secure in place. Now that all of our straws are secure, you're just going to tape off the ends. The ends will be the handle that you use to hold on to your sound wave. To use the sound wave, yourself and a friend will hold on to either end, and you can use your hand to tap along the top part of the straws. Watch as the straws begin to travel through your entire sound wave. Sound waves do this when we hear music and when we hear sounds around us. Sound waves move in a upwards and downwards pattern, creating crests and troughs as they move along. The more intense a sound wave is, the more intense a sound is, the bigger the sound wave. The less intense, the smaller the sound wave is. I hope you enjoyed our workshop. Thank you for watching and have a Discovery Day.